no.
Okay. Okay, so like I was saying, we have the DAX and also the drag and drop. So we're going to do both of them so that you know how to do the two of them. All right. But we'll start with the regular drag and drop. Okay. So let's start with answering the first question, which is what's our total profit? All right. So these are profits here already. Where's our profit? Look at here.
Yeah.
So you can
Yeah.
drag and put it either in the column or in the row. Do you understand? Now it's in the row, and then you just click on your show me and pick the card. This is the card, and then it gives you the answer. Very simple. Then bring chance sit down now. So if you want to watch what I'm doing, this is clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Or should I do it again? It's clear.
You put in the column
Yes.
or the row.
Yes.
You go to show me and
And then
check the
pick a card.
display.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. Now,
Which where's the,
what did you say?
where's the card, please?
Now, once you click on your show me, the first
Mm,
one, that's a card. Then all these other ones are
okay.
visuals. The first one is a card.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Then you can begin to format the the KPI. But before then, let's rename the sheet. You know, it's saying sheet one, but it's actually not meant to be. It's meant to be total profit. So let's rename the sheet one by double clicking. Once you double click on that sheet one, you can now change the name to total profit and then press enter. You see, once you do that, it changes here also. It changes here also.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Idemudia, welcome. I hope you can hear me clearly.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Okay, okay. Good to have you in class today. It's been a while.
Hello.
He just sneaked in
Hello.
quietly and he didn't even say anything. No, it's not Samuel.
Nothing.
That's ID. That's Idemudia. That's ID. All right. Good
Where's
to
the
have you, bro.
ID? ID. Welcome, oh.
Thank you very
At
much.
least
Thank you very much.
All right, so let's
I
continue,
missed
guys.
you from the
I've
bottom
missed
of
you
my heart.
too.
Hmm.
Okay.
These guys
Yeah.
are missing each other like this. What's going on? Hmm. Okay. Let's shall continue.
Is it only me that stay in the class?
But
Okay.
ID, she's actually right. We miss you, really. Honestly, we miss you. So,
Are you serious? Okay,
yeah,
fine,
sure,
fine. Sorry
sure,
about
sure.
that. It's just the
We
work and
understand.
everything, you know.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
We know how it goes. We know how it goes.
Hello.
All
Yeah,
right.
thank you.
Don't tell Nick Bella he's chasing money. And as a man, he needs to chase money. So it's
You're
fine.
right.
It's
You some
missing.
point. Yeah.
All right. So now we've seen our total profits by drag and drop. Let us remove it and then do it using the DAX formula. Now I mentioned this is our undo. So you can undo and remove it. You can actually also come here, click, and then you remove. Okay? So let's undo.
Yes, sir.
You see it's gone. It's completely gone. All right. Now let's use the DAX formula to bring in our total profits KPI. Remember, after inserting your sheet one, you can rename immediately. So let's rename by double clicking and you type your total profit. Once you hit the enter key, the name changes here also. So to use your DAX, you go to your tab ribbons, you click on analysis. and then come down, you click on create calculated field. Once you do that, it gives you this dialog box here. And you type in the name of what you're creating, which is total profit. When you're done, you bring down your so you click down here and then write your function. Now, as opposed to Power BI, DAX in Tableau, you don't need to start with your equal sign. So you don't need to write equal to in Tableau. You can just go ahead and write your function. You can say sum, and then you open it with your tab key. Once you do that, you now type your profits. It gives you the option. You also open it with your tab key. Now, the good thing about Tableau is this. When you write the correct DAX, it tells you something like the calculation is valid. But once it's wrong, it flags an error, and then you need to go and fix it before you apply. Just like what we have in SQL, which is our next topic. When you write a query and it's wrong, it tells you. It flags an error for you to correct before you can now execute. So now that our calculation is valid, let us apply, and then you say, okay. Now, if you look at our list of columns, you can see a new one called total profit. And to know it is a DAX measure, at the back of the asterisk sign, you will see equal sign. If you look clearly, I'm sure you'll see it. That's to tell that it's actually calculated using DAX. Okay? Now let's visualize. You can drag it and bring it here or here, and then go to show me and pick a card. So it gives the same thing. This is clear, right?
It's long. It's very long.
It's long. Yeah, it's long, but then the advantage DAX has is, DAX can be reused, unlike your drag and drop. At the time we calculate profit margin, you need to use DAX. But if you don't have your DAX, you need to start probably doing your DAX for total profit and total sales. That's what you use to do your profit margin. If you don't do your DAX, you won't be able to calculate that profit margin. So that's why you need your DAX, actually. Understand? It might be long, but then I think you need it. As long as you're going to need to calculate another measure that is not listed here. Let me explain it clearly. What we have here is profit, not profit margin. Profit margin is total profit divided by total sales times 100/1. So to do this, you must need your DAX measures for total profit and total sales. Do you understand? All right. So should we format this, or should we go ahead and do all our usually before we start formatting? What do you prefer? Let's format first, right? You guys are not talking.
Yes, sir.
The thing is, me, I'm lost for now, but it's fine. I'll catch up.
Is that
Me, I'm also lost, so same boat.
I don't understand. Mommy, you've been following all right from the beginning, right from the very beginning now. Should I do it again?
Okay.
All right. So let's undo again.
So, let's we go in there. What do you mean to?
Maria, what did you say?
We will watch the clip, the video clip.
Yeah, but then it's also good you understand it in class too. By the time you start watching the video, it will make more sense. All right, so we are trying to answer these questions. These are the questions. They say, question 1, find total profits, gross sales, this, and all the rest of them. All right? And I'm saying that in Tableau, each question stays in a sheet. All right. And okay, let's start from the very beginning. We were here actually. The time we started our data, it brought us to this point. And then we only changed data type for Unisode because Unisode was showing us in decimal. And I'm saying that you can't have your Unisode in decimal data type because you can't sell, for instance, 1.5 units of a product. You can't sell 1.5 units of cars. It's not possible. So for your Unisode column, you must change the data type to whole number, right? It was in decimal earlier, something like this. So we have to change it to number whole. And then we now went to sheet 1. Once you click on sheet 1, it brings you to this new interface where you can now start to bring out your KPIs and also your visuals. And I equally mentioned that your visuals are here. Click on this show me, it shows these are your visuals, your bar chart, your pie chart, your line graph, and all the rest of them. You click on it again, it minimizes it, okay? This is your column, this is your rows, these are tab ribbons, this is your undo, this is your redo, and this is your filter button here. And of course, this is your filter pane and your format pane, okay? So now we have our first sheet 1. Let's rename it. You double click and then write the name total profit. And then you press enter. This is because we want to use this sheet to calculate total profit. If it had been something else, we would name it that something that we're calculating. Do you understand? And I'm saying in Tableau, you can either click and drag or you use your DAX measure. So let's click and drag. Either I put it in the columns or in the rows, it's the same thing. The only thing that differ is the way it comes out. Or then you can go to your show me and pick a card. This is a card visual. Once you click on it, it gives you a figure, your total profit. All right. Now to use DAX, let's use DAX also. To use DAX, you go to your analysis and you click on create calculated fields. Type the name, total profit, and then you bring your cursor down and then write your function. And I stated that you don't need to start with the equal sign. You can go straight up and then write your function sum. You open it and then write your profit. You also open it using your tab key and then you can apply. Once you see the calculation is valid, you can apply and then you also say okay. And to visualize this, look at it here, total profit. You can now drag it, keep it here, and then pick your card. And then you're good to go. Now, to format it, you go to the figure itself, and then right-click. And you click on Format. Once you do that, it brings you this Format Font pane. You come to... Hold on. Oh, okay. It's recorded. Then you come to Fields. Click on this this is the drop-down button, and then select Aggregate Total Profit. Then you can start to format. Here is your font size, your font style rather. You can change it. You can also change the size from here. You can change the color. Let's have it in blue. You can also bold it. Now, to put currency sign, you come down to numbers and select on currency standard. Once you do that, it gives it dollar sign. Sorry, currency standard. It gives it dollar sign. You can now search. Let's search for Igbo Naira or Yoruba Naira, anyone. Yoruba Naira, you can pick. And then it changes it to an Naira sign. Now let's assume you want to remove the decimal place at the back. You go back, go to currency standard, and then remove the decimal places from here. You increase it this way and reduce it this way. Please, as I'm talking, if you have a question, you can pause me and ask your questions. Now we have formatted the figure itself. The next thing to format is the total profits and of course the background. So let's also do that. When you're done, you can close this guy. Now to format the total profits, you also right click. First of all, click on Edit Title. It brings out this dialog box. This for the total profit inside the name. You can now highlight it and you can start to format it. Change the font size. Change the font style also. Let's make it white and put it in center. You can now apply and OK. Then let's format. To format the background, you also right click and then click on Format Title. There are two places, Edit Title and then Format Title. Please, let's take notes. When you click on that Format Title, this is the background where you have shading. Then this is the border. Let's give the border black. And then you can take off this also. So we are done with the formatting. Please, do you have any questions so far, or I can continue?
No, for now, no.
All right. Now, like I stated
Okay.
earlier, you are to put each visual and each KPI in its separate sheet. So let's bring in our sheet 2. Sheet 2 is here. Look at where my cursor is. You will say new worksheet. Once you click on it, it brings sheet 2. And let's look at what we are putting here. The next question is gross sales, okay? So let's name sheet 2 gross sales. Remember, you double click and then you type gross sales. You press enter. The name changes here also. Okay, should we use DAX or click and drag? Which one should we use? Are we still in class? Am I in class alone? Okay, let's use DAX.
No, I'm hearing you.
I was asking if we should use DAX or we should use click and drag.
No, can you click and drag? Anyone is fine.
Okay, so let's
Anyone is fine by me anyway.
Okay, so let's use click and drag this time. Next time we'll use DAX. So where's our gross sales? These are gross sales. You just click and drag. Let's put in here. You pick a visual and then pick your card. It gives you the answer. Let's quickly format. Go to fields, select. Let's try and be a bit fast so that we can finish this on time while we do other things. Currency customs. Let's search. Sorry, currency standard. Let's search for Yoruba Naira. Or let's use Igbo Naira this time. I think this is fine. Let's quickly format the background. What did I just do? Okay, formats. Let's give it green. The border black. Okay, let's format the title. Let's have it on white, center, and then this. Apply, and then OK. All right, so this is our second KPI. This is clear. KPI 3 is profit margin. But before then, let's do total sales because we'll be using total sales visual. That's visual rather to calculate our profit margin. So let's do total sales first. Total sales, enter. So let's use DAX this time. So you go to analysis, you go to create calculated field, and then you type total sales. Bring down your cursor, write your sum. Open it, and also write your sales. Open your tab key, apply, and then OK. You can click and drag, and then pick your card. So they're good. So let's not format this one again. Let's just leave it the way it is. The next one is, okay, let's now do our profit margin. Now, Marianne, if you can hear me clearly, I'll show what I was talking about. So now that you're going to be doing profit margin, let's have it in capital letters. Enter. All right, so let's go to DAX. Okay. Now for profit margin, you need to call out the total profit you already calculated using your DAX. But before then, let's change the name to profit margin. Profit margin. And then you just write your total profits. Sorry, yeah, that's it. You pick it. And then divided by total sales. Marianne, can you hear me? Marianne, you're the one that asked this question now. Is she still in class? I bet she has slept off. Hey, Jesus.
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, okay. Now, Marianne, what I was saying is, if we hadn't used that for total sales, okay? By the time you write sales and pick sales, it gives you an error. Do you understand? It will say your calculation contains an error. All right, so that's why you need to do your DAX so that you can now reuse them to calculate the next KPI. So let's bring back our total sales. Now, it's actually meant to be total profits over total sales times 100 over 1. But here, you can't put 100 over 1 here. There's a way to go about it. So let's apply and then OK. Now let's visualize. You drag and drop. You drag and drop here. And then you pick your card. Now it will show 0.1423. It's not in percentage yet. So how do you make it in percentage? How do you put it in percentage? You quickly go back, you right click, and then click on format. Just as we did the other time. We also click here. And you go to numbers and then look at percentage here. So it gives you 14.23%. So that's our profit margin, 14.23%. I believe this is very clear. Please, if it's not clear, let me know so that I'll probably do it again. But if it's clear, we can continue. We can continue, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so let's format this a bit. Let's give this, let's go back. Let's have it in view. Okay, I think this is okay. So we don't waste too much time on this. Okay, what's our next KPI? Maria, what's our next KPI?
Uh,
Maria,
profit margin again. The next.
That's total COGS. That's the only one we've not calculated. So let's do our total COGS. Let's use click and drag. These are COGS here. Okay, let's have it in rows this time. And then let's convert it to card visual. You can see it's very simple. Okay, so we are done with our KPIs. If I'm not mistaken, I think we are done. Now let's start bringing our visual, which is from 6 downwards. So 6 is saying, what is the profit of Canada, France, and Germany? So let's see that. Remember, that will also be in its own sheet. So let's insert another sheet from here. Now let's call this profit by country. I hope we agree. That's the right name to give it, profit by country. Please, it becomes a bit technical at this point. So let's see, you can drag your total profit. You can keep it here, you can also keep it here. Okay, no, let's bring in country first. Now, where's country? Okay, see country here. Okay. And these are countries. We have Canada, France, Germany, and Mexico, and then United States. Now, for our profit, instead of dragging it to the column, you can drag it and put it in this box. And then it gives you something like this. Did we see that? I will see it together.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes.
Then let's visualize. Now, you can see that it's giving us the kind of visual that doesn't look too good. The bars are on top of each other, as you can see. So we need to correct that, okay? And to correct that, what you do is to carry your country from here and then bring it to column. It will now arrange it properly. Then you can filter. You can sort rather. Now we have from the highest to the lowest. Now let's format the colors, or the bars rather. Let's have it in the same color. Now to format your bar chart, you do it here in this format pane. This is where you color it. Let's give it green. And this is the size. When you click on the size, you can resize it from here. I believe this is clear. Now, this is the label, the data labels. If you remember the time we did this in Tableau and in Excel also, you can also insert your labels, which just as we've done. Now that we have the labels on each of the bars, you can comfortably remove these ones here. These 0M, 1M, 2M, it becomes unnecessary. You can just right click and then click on this show header. It goes off. You can equally remove this country since you already have profit by country as the title. So you can right click here and also click on hide field labels for columns. It goes up. You can see your visual is now bigger. All right. You can also format the title, but then let's not waste time on that. So that's it for that particular visual. You can answer the question by saying, probably just do a write-up and saying the profits of Germany or France is this so and so amount, this is this, and then this. So I think that handles it. Let's look at the next one. which says which month and year has the most profit. Please, any questions so far?
From my end, no.
Okay. So, what do you guys think? Is Power BI more difficult than Tableau? Or which is more difficult? What do you guys think? Mariam, what do you think?
Good. But just understanding, that's it. You have an idea of how BI can do it.
Okay, you will aid your understanding of this one, right? I remember I said that earlier. All right, so let's continue. Let's insert a new sheet. This will now be profit by year. Let's double click and change the name. Profit by year. Then you enter. Okay. Where's our profits? Total profit. Look at it here. Let's have it here. Now let's bring in the year first. Okay. So let's use this one, dates. Okay. Okay, let's have it here. Let's have it in columns. Then for our total profits, no, that's not displaying properly. Let's have it here. Good. Now it automatically goes to a line graph. When that happens, you now pick your line graph from here. Let's pick any of them. And then closing your show me so that you see the entire line. Now, the way this visual looks, it's saying that from year 2013 to year 2014, there was never a point where profits went down, which you know is not possible, right? There must have been a time where this line will break a bit, where it will dip, take up again, and then dip, but it's not showing that yet. So you need to bring in what you call date hierarchy, just as we always did in Excel and also in Tableau. So for date hierarchy, you fetch it from here. You go to this drop-down arrow, you click on it, and then select this second month here. Not this one, the second one. Once you click on it, it will now work on the line and give you all the dips and the tips from 2013 to 2014. And you'll agree with me that this makes more sense because with this, you can see the peak point and the lowest point also. Okay. So let's format it a bit. Let's have the labels. Yeah, this is fine this way. And then let's remove this guy. What have I clicked again? Okay, it's gone. And then let's increase the size a bit. I think this is fine. And then color it green. Okay. So with this, you can comfortably see that the highest or the month that has the best or the highest profit is November 2014, while the month that has the lowest profit is, hold on. Okay, December 2014. The lowest is November 2014, as you can clearly see. All right. So let's see the next visual. List the top 3 countries. Okay. We already have done something like that, but let's do it again and then filter it. So let's have the next sheet and call this top 3 countries, and then you enter. I hope you are still following.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay, thank you. Marianne, are you still with us? Oh, I picked segment instead of country. So, where is our country?
Countries up.
Oh, thank you. This is country. And then, total profit is here. Just put it here. And then let's visualize. Go back to your show me and then visualize. Drag country from up here and then have it here. Then we're good. You now filter. Now we are looking for the top 3 countries. Top 3 countries. Now to filter out the bottom 2, you drag country and put it in this filter pane. It brings out this filter dialog box. Then you go to top. When you get to top, you now click on by fields. Remove 10 and type 3 since we are filtering the top 3 countries. Had it been we are filtering top bottom, you just click on here and then change to top bottom. But since it's top 3, leave it there. And then here is where you decide on what you're filtering with. Are you using total sales, total profit, profit margin, normal profit, whatever it is you're using to as your filter benchmark? You select it from here. So let's use total profit as our filter benchmark, and then you apply. And of course, you say, okay. So it has filtered out the bottom 2 countries, leaving us with only the bottom, so the top 3 countries. You can format a bit. Let's give it green. And then we can now take off this guy. Take this guy off also. And then probably work on the size. I think we are good. So that's our top 3 countries. What's the next KPI? That's saying
Property segment.
product and segments. Okay. Should the company retain? Okay. We already have our profit by country, which is this. So it now depends on how many countries the company wants to retain. If they want to retain only one, of course, your recommendation will be that they should retain only France because that's the best country by way of profit. Do you understand? So alternatively, if the company wants to retain 2 countries, of course, they should take France and Germany. If it's 3, France, Germany, and Canada. So it depends on what they want. That's what will form your recommendation. Remember, you're analyzing this data to recommend to the company what your findings are. That's your insights, which they will not use and take their decisions. You understand? Okay. So now what we need to bring up is our profit by segment. So let's do profit by segment. Remember, it has to be in another new sheet. So let's call this sheet profit by segments. Enter.